99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller, here for Raddlock TV, the home of innovative California-compliant firearm products. Today I'm going to show you how to install the SCAR Raddlock and the Raddlock folding stock button for all FNH SCAR 16 and 17. Before any installation begins, make sure that your firearm is unloaded and the chamber is clear. All set. We will start with the SCAR magazine lock kit first. Included in the kit are 2 Allen wrenches, 2 screws, 1 right and 1 left plate, and 1 hammer pin. For our demonstration today, I will be using the SCAR lower 16 receiver in stock because it's the same as the 17 as well. The SCAR Raddlock requires a replacement of the stock hammer pin with the one from the kit. The hammer pin is locked by a retainer plate. You must first remove the safety selector before you can move the retainer plate and unlock the hammer pin. Let's first start by removing the safety selector assembly. First, you need to remove the right safety selector lever. Use a flat blade screwdriver to unscrew the retainer screw. Now you should be able to remove the selector switch. However, the selector switch might be tight on some receivers. You can use a small flat blade screwdriver to pry around the bottom of the selector first to loosen it. Next, cock the hammer back and hold to release tension to remove the safety selector assembly. Then pull the safety selector assembly out from the left side while twisting back and forth. Be careful not to lose the safety detent and spring under the safety assembly. We recommend removing it and setting it aside for reinstallation later. Now you should be able to slide the hammer locking plate backwards to unlock the hammer pin. Hold down the hammer with your thumb and pull the trigger to release the hammer and allow it to go into battery in the upright position. Next, use a punch tool to push out the hammer pin from right to left and replace it with a hammer pin from your kit. Before installing the Raddlock hammer pin, we recommend applying a small amount of gun oil or grease to the hammer pin. Insert the hammer pin from left to right and make sure it is lined up properly from the opening. You may need to manipulate the hammer pin around to make sure that it is lined up properly within the opening. Then make sure the hammer locking plate is lined up to the slot on the hammer pin and move forward to lock. Next, install the left and right plate using the Allen screws from the kit. Make sure they are secure. Now use an empty 10-round magazine and insert it into the mag well until you hear a snap sound and you know it is locked. Then use a tool to test release the magazine and make sure it's working properly. Now you're able to reinstall the safety detent, the detent spring, and the safety assembly. Make sure to cock the hammer back, then press it down further to reinstall the safety assembly. Then finally reinstall the right safety selector lever and the screw. This concludes the SCAR Raddlock installation. Now let's go through the SCAR Raddlock stock button installation. First, you need to remove the original folding stock button. You can use a small flat blade screwdriver to press against the locking tab through the small square opening to release it. You are now ready to install the SCAR Raddlock folding stock button. Make sure that the stock spring is installed in the original location. Then insert the Raddlock stock button over the spring and press it down until the side screw hole is visible through the small opening. While holding the button down, install the small set screw. Turn the small set screw until it is flush with the top of the opening. You can now stop compressing the button. Finally, engage the folding stock to the open and locked position. Then turn the top 832 set screws clockwise until they bottom out or until the stock button cannot be pressed anymore to release the folding stock. Your SCAR is now California compliant and can be reassembled. If you need further assistance, feel free to email our tech support team at support@raddlock.com. Also check out our website at raddlock.com and our Raddlock YouTube videos for more helpful tips and insights. This concludes our SCAR Raddlock installation video. Thanks for watching. I'm Brittany Miller, and I'll see you at the range.